Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of UK ISAs, that's individual savings accounts. No financial advice is being provided, but I'll guarantee that by the end of the video you'll have a good grasp of changes that may be made to cash ISAs and how this may potentially impact you. So ISAs are a cornerstone of tax-free saving and investing for many Brits, and there are whispers of some potentially big changes on the horizon. In this video, we'll look at what ISAs are now and then explore what the government might be planning based on recent reports. If you're experienced with ISAs and just want to know about the potential changes, then skip to that later relevant section of this video. So first up, let's talk about cash ISAs, which are by far the most popular ISA product, with some £300 billion of savings squirreled away in them at present. A cash ISA is pretty straightforward. It's a savings account where the interest you earn is tax-free. That means you pay no income tax on the interest, which could help your money grow more effectively. There's a limit to how much you can put into ISAs each year, and this is your ISA annual allowance. For the current year, it's £20,000. The allowance can be split across different types of ISAs with different providers, and this may become important after some years of savings and potential growth within ISAs, so that full protection of your savings can be achieved, keeping in mind the Financial Services Compensation Scheme compensation limits. Crucially, only the money you deposit counts towards the £20,000 limit. The interest you earn does not, and some cash ISAs are flexible. And this means if you take money out during a tax year, you can pay it back in during that same tax year, and it won't use up more of your allowance than the initial deposit did. You can generally transfer ISAs between providers, and if you follow the correct process, the money keeps its tax-free status. Money saved in previous tax years that you transferred does not count towards your current year's allowance. People often transfer to find better interest rates or consolidate accounts. It's important to remember that a cash ISA can only be opened in your own name, hence the name, individual savings accounts. Joint accounts are not allowed. While there are four main types of ISA, that's cash, stocks and shares, innovative ISA, and leases or lifetime ISAs, it's cash ISAs that are in the crosshairs of UK Gov, and no changes are expected with the other types of ISAs, for now. Anyway, so that's the current picture, a popular tax-free way to save cash. But the UK government could be looking to shake things up significantly. Rachel Reeves, the current UK Chancellor in 2025, is reportedly preparing to launch a review of the ISA market, and the main goal? To encourage Brit savers to channel more money from tax-free cash into British stocks. A Treasury Consultation is expected to gather views on reforming the UK ISA regime, and this could be one of the biggest shake-ups since ISAs were created in 1999. So why the push, and why now? Many financial investment businesses have been calling to cap the amount that can be held in tax-free cash. They say that money hoarded in cash ISAs could generate better returns for the very same savers if they invested in stocks and shares. And of course the other advantage to this would be shoring up the UK equity market, which has shrunk considerably over many years, as well as creating opportunities for investment managers and qualified and regulated advisors. Anything related to taking control of investing yourself and using decent investment tools such as TradingView, for example, will gain in popularity. Investing is nothing new for those that already have stocks and shares ISAs, but those in the UK that do fully utilise their stocks and shares ISAs have generally invested mainly in global US equities and achieved very good returns to date anyway. A UK Gov undoubtedly wants to change that and try to funnel more money into investing into UK PLC. Makes sense. So another tweak may be that the government specifically incentivising those with ISAs to invest in the UK only, which kind of chimes with needing money for UK infrastructure, etc., etc. The UK Chancellor apparently wants retail investors to be more like their American counterparts. In the US, as in Australia, there is much more of a healthy embrace of investing in stocks and generally a more ravenous appetite for risk. The general acceptance amongst retail investors is taking control and responsibility for their own investment decisions, rather than relying on somebody else. Now, a cynic may look at this as unnecessary interference by the UK state and an attempt by it to raid the coffers of ISA cash savings accounts. Who is the government to tell individuals what to do with their hard-earned savings? But those less cynical may see it as a way of getting cash hoardings that are stagnant circulating, which will be good overall for UK PLC. But what do you think? Should the government be making changes to cash ISAs? Is it a good idea to encourage more investment rather than just sitting in cash? Let us know in the comments below. Now, the consultation paper is expected soon, potentially at the Chancellor's Mansion House speech in July as part of the government's plan to boost financial services growth. Mansion House is all about getting more money into the UK, and any resulting reforms could appear in the autumn budget of 2025. The Treasury's line so far is that no decisions have been made, but they are looking at options for reforms to ISAs that get the balance right between cash and equities. There's some specific ideas floating around, reportedly from investment companies like Fidelity International, include creating a single ISA product where you could move money between cash and stocks, but perhaps limiting the cash portion to a lower figure, maybe £4,000. Obviously, such a scenario would create a significant barrier to staying in cash, which would be the purpose. As expected, not all financial providers are in agreement. Some believe that by slashing the tax benefits of cash ISAs, that it won't necessarily translate into encouraging people to invest more in, let's be honest, more riskier assets. Investing by its very nature is risky, and some people don't like to take any more risk than ultra low risk, which generally translates into sticking with cash, depending on rates of return, of course, and inflation rates. Simply limiting the cash ISA allowance might not suddenly make people comfortable with the risks of investing in equities. Saving cash in an ISA provides security and easy access for many people, which are different needs than long-term investing. Removing the tax-free benefit from cash might just push people into non-ISA accounts for their cash savings, rather than into the stock market. Again, tell me what you think in the comments below. So the future of UK ISAs, particularly cash ISAs, seems to be under review. The UK government is exploring ways to potentially rebalance the system to encourage more investment into UK equities, possibly by capping the tax-free amount held in cash. While this aims to boost retail investment and support the markets, as mentioned, it may not achieve its goal and could simply penalise those who prefer or need to keep their savings in accessible tax-free cash. Subscribe to this channel to keep updated with what the Treasury Consultation spits out. Remember to let us know what you think. Should the government limit cash ISAs to encourage stock market investment?